I just love this new little duvet blanket that I got at the thrift store. I love the tassel trim. It's so cozy, but I want to wear this out in the world. I want to take it everywhere with me. So I have an idea to transform this really fun and almost like luxurious duvet into a jacket. So I can wear a blanket and I can be nice and cozy when outside and just around the house too. Because I just love this print and I just love this trim too. So I'm gonna utilize this in some of the jacket features like the hems and maybe around the opening. I just got a strike of inspiration. I need to go find a pattern and get cutting. I'm looking for a pattern with really minimal seam lines. I don't want a ton of detail because I really want the blanket to be showcased. And trust me, I don't want to do a ton of work because I want to get outside and wear my jacket. I like our Plata Jacket. It has nice straight lines so I can let the fringe round out and continue along the hem. And the sleeve is just a rectangle so that'll be really easy to line up with the jacket fringe edge. Yep, this is the pattern that I'm going to use. Have your blanket laid out on the table right side up with just one layer laying nice and flat. Tile and cut out all of the pieces in your size. I'm making a large for an oversized silhouette here. Let's start with the front. We want to align the center front and hem edges exactly with the trim. The pattern hem point will extend beyond the rounded edge of the blanket. Pin around and cut out the piece. Now we have one of our fronts. So I'm going to unpin the pattern piece and cut out another that's the mirror image. Make sure if you cut the first one with the pattern right side down, you flip it and cut the opposite. The back is cut on the fold, so I'm going to fold my blanket exactly matching up the trimmed hem edges. Pin and cut out. Now it's time for the sleeves. They are also cut on the fold, so I'm going to cut them as I did for the back, perfectly aligning the trim at the bottom and matching the piece. Pin and cut out both sleeves. Look at how much I still have left over. From this excess, you can cut out details like pockets or even a collar too. Let's get to sewing. Separately serge or finish the shoulder edges of the front and back jacket pieces. Pin both shoulder seams right sides together and stitch together. Depending on your blanket weight, you may need to install a heavier sewing machine needle as well as increase your stitch length. Once the shoulder seams are sewn, give them a quick press open. Now I'm going to attach the sleeves. Open the jacket and pin the sleeves right sides together with the armhole edge matching up the edges and the top sleeve notch with the shoulder seam. Sew together. Back to my serger to finish the armhole allowances together and then also serge finish the side/sleeve seams separately before sewing. Now I'm matching up my sleeve hems, underarm points, and jacket hems to stitch the jacket seams with the sleeve as a continuous seam. And sew. I love it so much already. I think now it just needs a collar. This jacket is coming together so nicely. I love it. I pressed all my side seams open and I just love how I don't have to finish the hems because, hello, the tassels definitely do that work for me. But for the neck edge, I just wanted to utilize some more of the trim that I had left on my blanket, so I cut a collar. I cut a rectangle about 22 inches long by 6 inches wide, and I'm pinning it to match up the trim and then curving around the neck edge, and then I'll just trim off that excess later. So I will have a nice roll collar and it can just frame all around my face. And I mean, if I still have some left over, why not use it? So my last step is to stitch my collar, and then I have a brand new jacket. Do you like it, Julian?
Yeah, it looks very good. Can you make me one?
Wow. Looks like I'm not completely done sewing yet for today. I just love how now I can take my blanket everywhere I go, outside, inside, wherever I want, and it looks super chic. Julian has a blanket jacket too now. Try it yourself. Turn any blanket into a nice jacket.